Hey, everybody. I don't know about you, but this has been a great week. I have loved watching the Democratic National Convention. It's got me all fired up. But I also use this week to do research on how I can improve my diet and get my exercise going so that I can really tackle this Better Body Challenge. But I want to start off with two questions for you to think about. Uh, if I told you you could help heal your body by changing your toothpaste, by stop using mouthwash, and stop using antacids. Would you believe that? And two, what does erectile dysfunction, diabetes, and hypertension have in common? Okay, well, think about those two things. Stick around um, because I want to share with you a few hacks that I have learned as I've been researching how to optimize my diet and get myself going on this Better Body Challenge. Okay, so yes, I have uh, revamped my exercise regime so that on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I am doing some form of strength exercise, whether I'm doing push ups, sit ups, calisthenics, all those different things to work different muscles in my body at home, or I'll be going to LA Fitness to work out on the machines. I want to do a mixture of both because sometimes it's just too hot to get to the gym, and sometimes I don't feel like I'm getting as much exercise in as I could at the gym because I don't know how to work all the machines and whatnot. So I want to mix it up and put a big focus actually on doing sit ups, doing the basics really sit ups, push ups, crunches, planks, those things that are body weight, using exercises because you can see the results and I can build up on that. And I'll use the gym as well to be able to do other things like the row machine and stuff like that. But I really want to come at my exercise from a variety of different angles. So I've been doing that. And on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I will be continuing with the doing the 10,000 to 20,000 steps walking and getting myself out there in the world, breathing and exercising, through walking, because that's a whole different approach to my exercise aside from the strength training that is good for your body and good for losing the pounds. So that's how I'm taking care of exercise wise. Now, a lot of the research this week has been about diet. And there are two main changes that I want to focus on. One is losing the visceral fat and helping to lose the pounds. And I'm going to be tackling that dietarily by increasing the amount of beans I've been eating. I talked about that in a previous video, but beans is how I'm going to be attacking the visceral fat and also helping with the blood pressure by losing the weight. And beans have been recommended as one of the best ways to help cleanse the body of visceral fat. So I'm going to be doing that. Also, I want to let you know I was able to schedule my doctor's appointment for September 24th. So between now and September 24th, I'm going to be doing all these things, especially with the diet, so I have the 24th as a marker to see one, how much I can get, the things that have been out of whack, like my blood sugar and my hypertension under control. But September 24th is going to be kind of like my fresh start in terms of having all the information or getting started with getting the information with where I am as my starting point, if that makes sense. But from now until then, I'm going to be doing everything that I can find research-wise to see how much I can improve myself between now and September. So, first part, beans. Second part is increasing the nitric oxide that's created in my body. Because to go back to those two questions, the thing that erectile dysfunction, hypertension, and diabetes have in common is blood flow and your levels of nitric oxide. Apparently, nitric oxide is a gas that's created in your body from a variety of different pathways that really helps with your body healing itself and keeping your blood vessels healthy and the blood flowing with the nutrients to the various parts of your body. And when you start, what I've read and seen in various YouTube clips I've been watching, and I would encourage everybody, don't just listen to me, go on YouTube and look up nitric oxides and the benefit of nitric oxides and watch. There are a variety of different videos out there that talk about it. And what I've learned in my research this week is that as you age, your nitric oxide drops, and that's where a lot of different health issues start to arise in your body from not having the nitric oxide, because nitric oxide helps insulin with dealing with blood sugar. It helps with your blood vessels, and it also helps with your body's healing mechanism. But go online and start looking up about nitric oxide. I'm telling you, it is totally worth it to do that research for yourself. So again, because nitric oxide also creates energy for your body, it'll help you with your workouts. So you want to attack the various ways that the body creates nitric oxide. So one of the ways is through changing the enzyme or antioxidant L-arginine, turning that into nitric oxide in some way that does that in your body. But they say as you get older, you don't want to, that's one of the ways that it decreases through the creating from L-arginine into whatever byproducts that make the nitric oxide gas. So some people would try and eat foods that encouraged, that were high in L-arginine, but that's not necessarily good for you to have a lot of L-arginine in your system. So there are other ways that you can tackle it, which is what I'm doing. But again, do this research for yourself and it'll help make sense for you. But L-arginine can be created, not L-arginine, sorry. Nitric oxide can be created in your body, one, from doing exercise, doing the different strength exercise that I'm talking about will help your body to make nitric oxide. But the way that I'm going to be tackling it mostly are through two ways. One is through breathing with your mouth closed. Apparently, breathing through your nose, there's something in your nasal passage that when you're breathing in and out through your nose, it's helping create nitric oxide that goes into your blood system. Just by keeping your mouth closed and breathing through your nose, there's something that's created in your nasal passages that creates the nitric oxide in your body. So I'm going to be doing it a lot. And apparently, if you hum as you're breathing through your nose, that also stimulates nitric oxide in your body, increasing the levels of it. So that's a really simple way of doing it. Just so just doing that, every day for a period of time. One, it's good for your system to be breathing through your nose, uh, but it also, with the humming, if doing those two simple things helps you create nitric oxide, that is a simple, easy way to do it. Okay, aside from that, the other way I'm doing it is through eating nitrate rich foods. So that means green leafy vegetables, cabbage, carrots, celery, cucumbers, beets. Beets are really well known for having nitric oxide and getting that into your body rapidly, which is really great, again, to drink before your exercise because it creates the nitric oxide that you can use for energy. So, and it also is a good way to get your blood flowing because the nitric oxide helps with increasing the blood flow and your blood circulation. So I'm going to be loading up on nitrate rich foods. So when I go back to like what I said in my previous video, I'm going to be making some sort of bean soup that will have in that bean soup beans and some meats that are going to help with the nitrates, and also those different vegetables, in the soup, so that the soup is not just having the beans in it, but I'll have all those nitrate-rich foods. So I'm getting that into my system. But I also learned that cooking lowers the amount of nitrates in the food, but it doesn't eliminate it all. So I'll have that as a source of nitrates. But I'll also be having a big salad that I'm going to be making sure I have a salad every day that is primarily filled with nitrate-rich vegetables. So I will be doing the green leafy vegetables, doing greens, doing broccoli, cucumbers, celery, beets, and I'm going to be using beets and also like making, blending it and doing it like a drink. But I'm also going to chop it up raw and add it to my salads as well because I want to attack it from as many different ways. Now, the other way of increasing the nitrates in your body is there are ways to do it by adding the foods to your diet, by adding time in your day where you're doing the breathing with your mouth closed. But there's also a way of increasing the nitrates in your body by not doing things. And that's what comes to that second question that I asked you. I learned from watching these various videos that as well as having a gut microbiome, there's an oral microbiome. So when you're eating all these nitrate-rich foods, one of the things that's happening is the nitrates are building up, or whatever the precursors, I will say, to the nitrates from those nitrate-rich foods that you're eating are building up in your saliva as you're chewing it, and you want to spend time chewing your food. So you don't want to just get these things by putting it into a shake and guzzling it down, because you want that food to be chewed and mixed with your saliva. And when you swallow your saliva, especially after chewing all those nitrate-rich foods. Those things build up in the saliva, and when you swallow the saliva, it mixes in your gut and through the hydrochloric acids that are in your body helps create the nitric oxide uh, in your gut. So you want to make sure that you're chewing those foods and having it hit, mix with your saliva. And instead of spitting, which I don't spit much anyway, but for those people who spit, instead of spitting, swallow. So that you swallow the saliva and it turns into nitric oxide in your body. Now, the things that you want to do to protect your oral microbiome is getting rid of fluoride through your tap water. So you want to use a Brita or one of those water filter machines so that you're getting your water filtered to eliminate the fluoride. So that your drinking water is fluoride free. I know a lot of people use the tap water, and tap water in a lot of different cities is fluoride enriched. And fluoride apparently kills the bacteria and enzymes in your body that help you create the nitric nitric oxide in your body. So what you want to do is get a water filter machine for your tap, and probably for your shower too, if you can find one, and for your drinking water to eliminate the fluoride that you would drink and kill those healthy bacteria in your mouth. Also, you want to change your toothpaste to a fluoride-free toothpaste. And what I'll do is I will go online when I post this, and in the description area below, I will have a link to some fluoride-free toothpastes that you can use to replace your toothpaste. So I want to make that as easy for you as possible. So I'm going to be doing that, as well as switching to fluoride-free toothpaste. And aside from that, you also want to get rid of your mouthwash, because when they say your mouthwash gets rid of 99% of the germs in your mouth, well, the antiseptic in the mouthwash is killing the healthy bacteria that's in your mouth that is helping to create the nitric oxide in your body. So if you kill those precursors in the oral microbiome, then your body is not going to be able to make the nitric oxide or keep it at the levels that you need it to be in order to help with your body's healing process. Because one of the things that I learned from watching all these videos is that you need your body creating as much nitric oxide in your body to help your body with its healing functions, because the nitric oxide works through the blood vessels, and insulin and other processes in your body to help with the healing process. So you want to have as much nitric oxide in your body as possible, especially as you age, because the levels start to drop in how your body makes it. You want to supply yourself with as much food as possible, and breathing through your nose with your mouth shut to help create it as much as possible, so that you have as many things working in your favor within your body to help you heal, stay flexible, and as healthy as you can as you age. So I hope that covered everything and answered those two questions. Erectile dysfunction, hypertension, and diabetes are affected by nitric oxide levels because of how they affect, nitric oxide affects insulin and how it affects the increase of blood flow in your body. And apparently, erectile dysfunction is like the canary in the coal mine, that for a lot of men and for women as well, as you get older, the lack of blood going to your sex organs makes it harder to hold an erection. So the more you increase nitric oxide in your body, the better it'll be for your sex life. So you really want to think about nitric oxide, not just through beets, but through all the nitrate-rich foods, through the deep breathing with your mouth closed, and through exercise. So I'm going to be doing it, and I want to use this period of time between now and September 24th to see how much I can increase the nitric oxide in my body and get myself to have a really great kickstart to my Better Body Challenge. So I hope this video was helpful for you. And so I hope you were able to pick up on the hacks that I was talking about. Change your toothpaste to a fluoride-free toothpaste. Filter your water to get rid of the fluoride in your drinking water. Get rid of mouthwash and figure out a different way to keep your breath fresh, but you want to help preserve the bacteria in your mouth that is feeding your oral microbiome. So just those three things are a really great way of helping your body, aside from the nitrate-rich foods, to increase the nitric oxide in your body. So research on YouTube, like I said, the videos you can on nitric oxide, and put it to use for yourself, and let me know how you've experienced the increase of nitric oxide in your body through changes in your diet and exercise. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful, and I will talk to you guys soon. Besos.